The few weeks that we were teaching from our apartment in San Francisco, it was constantly like, okay, am I going to be a crappy teacher right now and be with my kid? Or am I going to be a crappy parent right now and be with my students? I think a lot of times Marion would be really excited to show me something or to do something, and my instant reaction was, not now, I have work to do. So when we were thinking about trying to have 3 people on Zoom in an 800 square foot apartment in the Mission, we thought, well, maybe we'll go to my dad's house. I didn't spend a lot of time with my dad growing up. He traveled 9 or 10 months out of the year for work. And then when my parents got divorced when I was 12, he moved to Oregon.
I've got a small village that I'm about a mile and a half from, and there's a gas station and a post office. It's, how can I say? It's everything that San Francisco is not. There's no restaurants around. So I learned a long time ago to do great cooking. I think I had more time this last year with my granddaughter than I've had cumulatively in the 5 years prior to that.
They did little craft projects like Home Depot, building boats and different little things using tools. He's never spent all day with a toddler.
Marion was so enthralled with seeing what nature was. We have free-range roosters coming to visit and flocks of wild Canadian geese directly across the road from us. And she loved all kinds of little animals. So we were getting butterflies and caterpillars, and there's a dozen different waterfalls that you can go to. And we visited every one of them. So we would go to the creek and we'd look for frogs and we'd pick berries, and she'd get to be a country girl.
I think he realized that she made him a little bit younger. I love my dad so much, and family is really important. And my dad is a big Republican with Trump signs in the yard. And there were some challenging times being there during the election. We just had to have a blanket rule that if we want to continue to like each other, we do not talk about politics at all.
It makes life much more harmonious. I even ate kale and tofu. I ended up losing 20 pounds while she was here.
I feel really fortunate. It's kind of the silver lining of COVID that we got to fulfill that desire to spend more time, quality time with grandparents.
So I got to see my granddaughter actually grow up real quickly in front of me. It's something that I will always remember.
It was a really big challenge, and it gave me a new perspective. I remember when Marion's school called and they said, can you make more of an effort to help her complete her homework assignments? And I said, no. I said, that's not a priority for my family. I said, after working all day and being on Zoom with my students, we want to play and go outside. And so I really understand now more that success is not every single student having turned in every single assignment, that there's a story and a family behind each student and different set of circumstances.
I loved being in Oregon because we're outside in nature, and I loved going to the river, hanging out with Opa. It was my favorite place.